Hey, what up, y'all? I am your girl Candy, and I'm about to speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree. Ow. So, is it me or did this episode seem extra long, full of drama? Okay, where do I begin? I'm kind of confused on where to start. I mean, it started off nicely, I suppose. You know, when everybody was just, I guess my bangs is my bangs? There you go. Right, okay, I got my Mama Joyce wig on. Everything seemed like it started off pretty cool, you know. Everybody was, you know, enjoying the house that we were staying in, except for all the damn cats. When I tell you I've never seen a city with so many stray cats, that seems like it's almost like, I don't know, like something is not healthy. But there were cats everywhere, like literally, like they were not exaggerating the editing. There were literally cats everywhere, all over the property where we stayed and with the restaurants we went to. Anywhere we went, there were stray cats. I don't know what that's about, but the other thing was, it started off really good because, you know, when we were just enjoying the city of Greece, you know, all the girls were getting along. You know, we went to that one place where we could just throw plates and get rid of any, you know, negativity. So people were just throwing the plates and...
I'm passionate about good times and good girls! Opa!
Just getting that energy out, you know? And it was so cool to see how all the girls were getting along in those moments. Even Kenya and Nene. Everybody was getting along. Everything was going smoothly. And then, dun, 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 we went to the restaurant that was 100 feet in the air. And the food was good, by the way. So if you ever get to go to Athens, Greece, make sure you go to the, I forgot what it was called, but it's, you know, the dinner up 100 feet in the air. I don't know what was going on with Kenya. It was like every chance she got, she was just throwing a little jab at Cynthia. And then she kept, you know, testing her knowledge about wines. And I was sitting there at first, you know, the first couple jokes was kind of like, okay.
Now, what makes this excellent in your opinion? So when you're choosing your wine, you completely ignore the meal that you're having with the wine. Because it's like...
Oh my God.
And then as she kept going, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, friend, now you gotta pull this back. You gotta pull this back. So she kept going and going and going. So that's why I had to hit her with the,
How many variations of...
how many are you selling at your spot?
I didn't know for one.
It's like, to me, especially as a business owner, and I guess I'm a person who I've obviously started businesses that I didn't have any background in. I didn't have long history in the restaurant business, or I didn't have long history in the clothing business, any of that when I decided to start my businesses. So I can kind of relate to Cynthia on that, you know, ground where we start businesses. You don't always have to know about that background of the business. You hire people who know. After Kenya, who I love, after she kept going on, I had to hit her with a little moment. Like,
How many are you selling at your spot?
ma'am, until you get yourself some businesses that are like, especially storefronts and different, like a place where we have to actually pay a mortgage on or pay rent on, like that's a whole different ball game than just selling something online or selling something in somebody else's store, because you are actually putting out money to support your business. Regardless of whether your business is doing well or not, you're still having to front money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like when people take jabs at people who are really taking a chance on their own ideas or investing in themselves in that way to just go after a dream, and then you going over here throwing salt.
How many are you selling at your spot?
You know, I love you, girl, but I don't know where you were going with that line of questioning, but it was getting out of hand. Okay?
How many are you selling at your spot?
Okay. And I don't give a damn if Cynthia has been in the wine business for 20 years or 2 days, okay? As a friend, we gonna all support her and help her get it right. On the other side of that coin, I know Kenya was the main one who said she wanted to go to Greece because Greece has a known background in wineries and all this other kind of stuff. And she was like, this will be a good trip for Cynthia. And, you know, it was so much positivity when she and I had discussed it and doing this trip and helping Cynthia out. But it did not come off that way when we were in that restaurant. I mean, well, at the table 100 feet in the sky. So I don't know where it went wrong, but we need to get it back on track. It was some, funny moments in that conversation, but after a while it just wasn't funny anymore. And I don't know what you guys thought, but chime in below on what you think, okay? Okay, let's move right along to the winery. Okay. Nene and Portia made up. Now, I don't want to be a hater. So on one front, I do think that it was good that they made up, right? I don't want y'all to think that I didn't think it was good that they made up, because I think it is good that they made up. When she was doing that whole, I was lost without you. What is that what she said? Or something about,
It's been really hard without you.
what else she said? Child, I was sitting there looking like, huh? I mean, when you're privy to different conversations that are being had outside of this, and then you see them, because like the funny thing was, it was like, we obviously did not get to sit in while they were doing their sit down with each other, so we didn't know what was said, how they made up. We just knew they made up, which was fine that they made up. But when I see it back and I saw the whole, I was lost without you, I was like, girl. Now you're putting it on thick. You're putting it on real thick right now, and I just feel like that was a little fakery going on. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, let's just say I don't think you were lost without her, honey.
It's been really hard without you.
And I think you made that very clear to us in our own conversations, and that just felt a little weird. That not only did y'all make up, but you said that you was lost without her when y'all wasn't made up. Which is not what you was giving us during the season.
We're still together.
Dun dun dun. Nene.
Who?
The Bailey Q. She wasn't there.
That's right. Oh, is that why we had fun?
So, glad y'all made up. And I hope that you guys will continue to stay made up, because we know that you guys have done a roller coaster of being cool and then falling all the way out. Okay? But we not gonna hold our breath. On the bus, I invited all the girls to my baby shower, and I invited all of them to my baby shower, and I did let them know that I was going to also have my surrogate at the baby shower.
Excuse me, ladies. I need you to put in another date on your calendar. My baby shower. It's gonna be on October 11th.
Shadina, she's a really cool person, really nice person, very business oriented. So I know when I said that I had thought about hiring her, as if she wanted to work with our company or whatever, everybody was kind of like shocked by that. Honestly, I still stick to that. I mean, we haven't entered into any type of business work situation as of now, but we have talked about it. I would be open into her, working with us. I mean, everybody has a difference of opinion on how that should go. Some people feel like you should never talk to that person again. But for me, I don't know. I just felt like she was cool. And I don't have not one negative thing to say about Shadina. I feel like she's on top of her business. I feel like she's very private. I feel like she clearly is a person that is on point and see things through. I don't know. I guess I don't care what people think. But once again, comment down below and we'll allow you guys to say what you think. So, all right, okay, let's go back to the craziness of the show. Oh wait, before I get to the drama, can we just talk about how many cats was at that dinner table?
I don't understand the cat.
That tongue just was looking kind of crazy. Like, it really was scary how many cats was around our feet. I don't know about you, but I don't like cats. And I especially don't like a whole bunch of them gathering around the bottom of my table, while I'm eating. It's just too much. And then the dog came looking like Cujo. I just was like, okay, I've had enough. I'm ready to go back to the house. Then the girls decide, Portia and Tanya, they want to take over our trip and decide to do a ruins dinner.
Tonight, we are putting everything into the ruins, and we are going to leave it there, and we are going to never visit again.
And clearly the ruins dinner ruined everything, okay? When we got to the ruins dinner, anytime they decide they want to put everything out on the table, it's always horrible. Have y'all noticed that? Always. Anytime they make everybody address everything when everybody's sitting there, it's always a disaster, which is what happened. First, Cynthia and Kenya decided to talk through their troubles. Ace, can you please be quiet? Cynthia was very honest about her feelings and the fact that she felt like Kenya was dissing her. So Kenya, explained her side of it and said that she was never really trying to make Cynthia feel away, and she apologized if she had done anything to make Cynthia feel bad. And they talked it through with no arguments. But clearly that made other people feel away because, Nene started feeling like, oh, she don't treat me like that. She don't let things slide with me like that. But with Kenya, la 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 la. So next thing you know, Kenya and Nene is over there arguing, going back and forth. And I just didn't understand what was happening. It was just like, Kenya really, at that point, hadn't really been saying much. And it was just like, Nene was just on ready. Almost like she was ready to fight. Telling her, what you gonna do? And da-da-da. I'm like, okay. Is this like Baddest Man Hit My Hand? Yeah, did y'all hear about that when you was little? And then people would be like, Baddest Man Hit My Hand. Like, they just thought they act like they want to fight, and then the person supposed to hit their hand, and then you go fight. You never heard that? Okay, that's some old people stuff. But no, seriously, I was just like, what is happening here? Like, why is Nene talking about, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing? I thought that we all said that we wasn't gonna try to be physical with each other on the show because clearly that doesn't represent us as women well.
Hold on. I don't think you understand what's going on here.
Hello. So why are you challenging this woman like you want to fight or something? What is happening? That's what I'm thinking, right? So then Nene requests popcorn. My question is, it's like, okay, when you asked for them to give you the popcorn, did you know you was about to start throwing it? Moving right along, Nene and obviously Kenya start really having just an all-out battle where we all felt like we kind of need to kind of step in and stand in between them, and try to get things to calm down. So things calmed down, thank the Lord. It was Kenya's turn to talk, so she decided to talk with Tanya. This is where everybody always is going to have a difference of opinion about the Tanya situation. Overall, Kenya was basically saying to Tanya she appreciated that Tanya basically was so gracious and not trying to bring up the stuff, what was going on in Kenya's marriage. Like, Tanya was really being nice throughout the trip. It didn't seem like she was holding on to any negativity. Tanya was genuinely, seemed like she was just moving forward, which was a good thing. They were actually having a decent conversation. Obviously, Kenya started telling Tanya she didn't feel like she didn't get the apology that she wanted. And then, everybody wants to bring up, oh, well, it's not the same thing. Once again, guys, that is just a matter of different opinion. And at the end of the day, I will say this to you, I will say it to anybody. You do not get to determine the shade that is thrown back at you when shade is thrown. Either way, those women were talking through their problems and handling it very ladylike. But all of a sudden, here comes Nene chiming in. And she just started going in, and it's just like, you do not have the crown right now. The rules of the game, or the rules of the night, were supposed to be whoever had the crown speaks.
Everybody gets a crown. So if you're speaking, first hold the crown. Whomever you would like to address or just talk to about love or get something negative that y'all can get rid of, you hand it to the individual.
I felt like we were having a productive conversation between Tanya and Kenya, but it did not get finished. Because
You changed because you wanted to change because you a big ass bully, bitch.
obviously it cutscene and you gotta wait till next week to watch the rest. Obviously it went back to being all about Kenya and Nene again. To me, that was a moment that really needed to happen between Tanya and Kenya. They really need to fully resolve whatever it is they had between them. And actually, I don't want to tell you anything else. But what I will tell you is, next week, whatever happened tonight only gets worse next week. That wasn't even all the drama. Then there's still more drama. Can you believe that there is still more to this Greece trip after what you've seen tonight? It's gonna, obviously, next week's episode is gonna start off with the drama of what was ending here, which got worse. It was still more to the trip, where it was still more drama. These ladies, I tell you, sometimes they drive us to drink, honey. And so I hope you have your wine from Bailey Wine Cellar as you are watching this show this weekend, because I know a lot of y'all are gonna be sitting in the house in front of the TV. Our views better be high on Sunday, because if all of y'all are in the sick and shut in, well, I hope y'all not sick, but you definitely shut in, okay? I need y'all to be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta and speak on it, okay? I'm just saying. Sunday. And you know what? All week long, because you're in the house. You can't go nowhere, and your kids can't go nowhere. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop another Ace Plays and giveaways on Monday so your kids can watch.
I'm gonna give away one of these to my subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Ace Plays and giveaways, 'cause it's like a play all day.
Cause y'all are in the house and the kids are too. I might as well, since you online anyway, you might as well go to candycoated.com and get you some lipsticks and some makeup, honey. This is the color I got on today. This is Amore, Amore. Candy coated. Get into it. Should we do our question, ask our question to our...
Oh, yeah.
Let me get this question. And y'all might be a little bit oily, but I had this makeup on all day long. I've been working, okay?
No, you're good.
Let's see, what are they saying? Okay, at Pretty Nini _ Pretty Nini says, is the show scripted? No, our show is not scripted. If anything, they may help with putting together the trips or where we go out to eat. But anything that the girls say is on them, okay? Anything that they want to talk about is on them. Well, you know, they might actually say, okay, could y'all bring up what was talked about or something in the conversation the other day? Because clearly, you know, how do we keep the story going if you have one conversation and it never continues on? But other than that, the things, the views, and the opinions that the women say are strictly theirs, okay? Just to be clear. How you feel when Nene said to Kenya that she is bipolar and that's why her husband left her? Ooh, that was tough. J Smith 8622 says, how you feel when Nene said to Kenya that she is bipolar and that's why her husband left her? I felt like that was pretty tough and that was really cold, because it's like, damn, the girl, you know, divorce was just announced, and it's like, we really be trying to hit people where it hurt. It happens all the time on this show, so I mean, I guess you can't really, you know, say anything that any person is more wrong than the other, because it always happens, you know, everybody does that. They go for the jugular, which is very hurtful. Clearly, that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to hurt her. If that's what her goal was, you accomplished it. The thing that I really dislike about it is they throw that bipolar word out so often. I remember a few seasons ago where somebody said Nene was bipolar, I believe, and Nene was highly upset that somebody said that she could be bipolar. I don't understand why she calling Kenya bipolar when she hated when somebody called her bipolar. Honestly, at this point, it's starting to feel like just a figure of speech when people say that somebody's bipolar. There are 3 B words that the women on this show love to use. It is bitch, it is bully, and it is bipolar. Have y'all noticed that? They do it all the time. Every time you turn around. I'm over it. Anyway, next. Aaron DJ _ says, why do you think Nene was so bothered when Kenya was apologizing to Cynthia? You know, I was kind of wondering that too, but then at the same time, I guess she explained it in her interview. Basically, she feels like Cynthia was never as forgiving to her as Cynthia is to Kenya. I get it, but I don't get why she gets so upset about it. It's like, I get being a little annoyed, but she gets angry. Well guys, thank you for watching. I need you to subscribe, share, like, comment, all of that. I'm really liking how we're doing this whole thing where you guys get to ask questions and I can include it in my speak on it, so we're gonna keep that going. And I'm also sitting here thinking, since you're gonna be stuck in the house, binge watch Candy Online. Go back, go through our history, check us out. Well, until next time, thank you for watching. Speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree.